What does it mean to play for your country?
Well, it means a lot. Obviously, being young, I always had that ambition to play for Belgium at the highest level and on the biggest stages. And, to realize it is great. But now, when we got to this level where we realized that we really can win something, you start chasing that dream really. And, that's the phase that we are in. We still enjoy playing with each other, but we're really trying to win.
Do you think? I mean, we talk about the golden generation. This group of players you're with at the moment is truly remarkable. Is this something which you guys realise yourselves?
I mean, we know that we are a talented team, but we don't really call ourselves the golden generation like that. No, no, we are not. We're not like the. We don't give ourselves a name. We just know that we are a bunch of players that we are talented, and we know that there are a lot of players in this team that sometimes might not play, but they can walk in every other team. And yeah, it's nice to be in that environment because it gets really competitive, and you you really are going at each other in training, and then in the game you reach a very high level, and you have to maintain that high level on individual side if you want to keep playing, but also in training it makes you better. So it's a great environment to be in.
We were talking to Kevin earlier, and he was talking about how when the young guys come in, sort of the
Yeah.
next batch of players, the training something which they really focus on, and you as senior players, sort of almost like bring them through their initiation is in training, so they see the standards you guys set, the intensity, how ferocious and
Yeah.
how competitive you guys are. Is this sort of essential, do you feel, in ensuring that this Belgium, you as number one team in the world, is a long-standing feat?
Yeah, it's something we let them know from day one. As soon as they come on the pitch, we don't play like we don't make jokes. Like we tell them like we like if something is not going how it should go. We tell them in a nice but positive way. But also, we try to let them know like we're here to win. We're trying to create. So no mistakes allowed. And that's the thing. Like if you want to reach the highest levels, you cannot really make mistakes. So a lot of the players that are actually in the team now play at that level. So every time when there is a new guy coming in, we try to let them know that hey, this is no game. Like when you come out here, you give it your best and try to add something to the team that we don't have. And for now, we have in the last few squads there are a lot of young players from the under 21s coming, and we try to let them know that they have to keep maintaining that high level if they want to make sure that the Belgian football stays on up top. Because for us, when we came through, I think personally for each player that is in the team now knew that individually they were better than the players that were playing from the generation before us. So we had that confidence. Like if you can ask a Kevin, you can ask a Jan Vertonghen, you can ask the Toby, you can ask Eden. Like we had that confidence that because we knew that individually we were better than the players from the other generation. So for us, it was just a matter of time to take it to the next level. But now, because we set the bar so high, we have to make sure that the young kids that are coming, they have to come and reach us. So we try to help them, but at the meantime, we also let them know that playing for the Belgian national team it means to win.
And is that an attitude, that sort of, should say, competitiveness, but also desire to be the best team in the world? Has that always been there in the team, or is this something which this generation, which you're part of, and the older players, well, is that sort of something?
I don't think it was something from the generation from before us, or I will say from the early 2000s until Belgium is a small country, so we didn't really have had the players like that like we have today. So when our generation started coming together, that's when we knew like okay, this can be real. We can really make something out of this. And as the games went by, we kept winning, we kept winning, we kept winning, and that's when we knew, like, we are the real deal. But we just have to keep improving. So in training, every day was really a battle at one point. Like, it was really like when I would say, before, like, before the companies and the Felanis and Moussa Dembele retired, like, I think from 2016 to 2018, I remember, like, training was yeah, it was different. At that period, it was really like a pure battle. Like, every training, it was like tough, but it was nice. It was really enjoyable.
Do you think Vincent Kompany has had a big role to play in that sort of development then? Because we've seen him at Manchester City when he was there, like a leader, plays by example, and a fantastic player as well. But he almost took like the professionalism and the standards to a higher level.
Yeah, Vince was. I would say he was Vince and I think also Thomas Vermaelen. Those two were really the guys at one point where Thomas was doing well at Arsenal when he went, and Vince was doing well at City as well. So they were showing it that they could do it at the highest stage. So for us, it was just making sure that we would get there, and then once we got there, make sure that we performed. So everybody went their own path, but everybody kept performing. And what the good thing was about Vince, that when everybody was performing, he was not scared away to step aside and let other ones speak, because we play at the same level, and everybody, and it shows that everybody's a leader. It was not only like, oh yeah, Vince was the leader and then we would just follow. No, no, no. Everybody was leading from in his own manner, but everybody had something to say, because we all played at big teams, and there was no egos. It was always for the benefit of the team.
When we're chatting to Kevin earlier, and he was talking about during that World Cup, what really struck him was how the whole country got behind Belgium, and you could really feel it out at the World Cup. All 11 million people, where people from very different backgrounds, different cultures, whatever, but it was a completely united feeling. Was this something which really resonated with you as well?
Yeah, of course, because if you look at our team, we are a really diverse team. We're a really diverse team of different ethnicities and different backgrounds, but we still together. No matter what, we're always together. So we try to show to the Belgian population that we can be unified, even though being from a different background or different religion, we can still be unified. And that was the difference compared to the World Cup in Brazil. That this time we could see the support and the videos and everything, and also like when we were there in Russia, the support from the fans over there. It was a beautiful thing to witness. So hopefully we can relive those moments.
Your one of your idols growing up was the Brazilian Ronaldo, and I remember reading about this. And for you, did you have the sort of the Belgian role models growing up?
Vince, basically.
See the man.
Yeah, it was a man to me. Because like we have the same background, and he was playing for the team that I supported as a kid. So when Vince broke through, I think it was like 2004. Yeah, I was about 12 at the time, 11, 12. And yeah, at the time, like, I just wanted to be like him, even though he was a defender. But I wanted to play for Anderlecht, play for the team of the city that I love, and just win titles. And I had that thing when I was a kid, that even though I was young, I realized that if I could improve in the same way that I was at the time, I knew that one day, if I'm old enough, I can do everything that the strikers in the Belgium history never did. And that was a thing in my mind, like be something different, be different that all the strikers that they had at the time. So I really didn't look at the strikers. I really look at them, try to observe what they could do, what they were capable of. But then I knew that one day, if I would get my chance, that I hopefully I can take this thing into the next level, like Vince did when he started. So yeah, that was really it.
One of the things about Vince, I remember when he came to Manchester City, was that he wasn't perhaps afraid to speak out on social issues. He was always very politically aware. He was extremely keen to promote the values which we all want to see in sport and in life and society. Is that something which you as a team now sort of take on as well?
Yeah, we are. We have a lot of outspoken people, but I think that comes from Vince's background, from being his dad being into the politics, and his mom, God bless her soul, helping Vince onto the right path, giving Vince that right balance outside of football, making sure he's interested into other stuff. So his parents did really a good job with him and his brother and his sister. But it depends of the background that you have. But us as a team, we have really like a team that's really engaged through into social activities throughout Belgium, or through the national team. We try to do stuff because we really want to do stuff, because it creates a connection between us and the people. We want to make sure that the people always make sure that they can reach out to us. If we have to do something for charities and stuff, we're always open for that. And we don't do it because to create a certain image thing like some other organizations do, because we do it because we really trying to create a connection between us and the general people and the fans as well, because when we play, they give us the love back. So it's nothing better, to be honest.
And you're going to come up against probably Marcus Rashford as well, one of your old teammates.
Yeah.
He's over here in the last, year. He's changed society for good over here. He's challenged the government. He's brought in free school meals and during the holidays. What do you make of what he's done for societal change over here in the UK?
Of course, what he did is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's something that he deserved massive respect from the whole population throughout England, because what he did is basically he challenged the government to help the kids for free school meals, because he comes from that environment. You know what I mean? And when you come from that environment, you still you're marked for life. I speak from my own experiences, and there's a stuff that you don't want to you don't want to see other kids going through that stuff. So what he did was a beautiful thing, and he only deserves massive respect wherever he goes. And I didn't expect nothing less from him, because he has that awareness of trying to do the right thing for everybody. Can be on the football side, also in general life. You can see it with what he's doing right now. It is he earns, I think, massive respect from everyone.
And we're seeing that for you as well for Inter Milan and for Belgium at the moment. You must be delighted with how your form is, scoring loads of goals, left, right, and centre. Are you pleased with the last year and a half, and so on?
Yeah. It's always what's next. That's the thing for me. Trying to find what's next, trying to make sure that I reach a certain level, maintain it, and then surpass it again. And that's the beautiful thing about football. Trying to see the evolution of my career from England until now. And sometimes I look back at the games that I used to play in England and at the start, and when I was at Everton, at United, and I look at it now, it's a good thing to see, and it keeps me grounded, because it shows the evolution in the awareness, in the movements, in just everything. So I really try to always keep that in mind and try to find something that I want to improve so I can achieve the next thing.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.